Alright, hello and good morning or good afternoon to our second years. So as I have promised, I have made this, I guess, hopefully easier for you to answer. So these are our exercises on interest, okay? Now, I know some of you can easily solve this one, but my recommendation is to do this step by step, okay? Please, again, don't hesitate to write it down for you to see the process clearly. Okay, and slowly, you can take your time, no? I don't think this would take a long time kasi 5 items lang naman ito. And then I'll be discussing another lesson later on. Okay? So let me read the problems for you. Or let me read the instructions first. Determine what are given. Okay, so determine nyo if it's kung what do you call this one? If there's principal, if there's the rate, if there's time, or if interest is given, if discount, if it's a compound interest, is it the I, the M, the T, the N, and whatsoever. Okay? So, list it down. Okay? Mas maganda ilista ninyo so that you can easily see what is being asked. So that you can easily choose the formula to use and then you can solve the problem. Right? Yan. So, a businessman charges his client 2,750 on a loan of 15,800 for 2 years and 3 months. What simple interest rate is he using? Okay, so I'll give one as an example, but I will not show the uh, final answer. Okay? Itong 2,750, okay, let's try to analyze. He charges his client 2,750 on a loan of 15,800. So, syempre naman, wala tayong nakikitang interest na mas malaki sa principal. So, definitely, this is the interest. Okay? Ito yung tinubo, ito yung chinarge ni client, sorry, ito yung chinarge ni businessman. Ito yung chinarge ng nagpautang. And ito yung principal amount or ito yung pinautang. Our time is for 2 years and 3 months. Remember to convert 2 years and 3 months into decimal. Okay? So, this would be 2 and 3 over 12. If you'd convert it to decimal, this would be 2 and 2.25. Okay? Binigay ko na yung number 1, ha? And then, what simple interest rate is he using? So, you are looking for R. Now, I think I gave the formula na naman, no? So, kaya na ang bahala dyan. Okay? Number 2. How much should I give Ma'am Jo on August 1, 2022 if I borrowed 8,650 last August 1, 2021 at 6% simple interest rate. Ayan, naka-indicate naman dyan kung simple interest. Yung date, medyo, ewan ko kung i-compute pa natin, pero mukhang mabilis lang naman ito. Okay? Number 3, what time? Okay? Ayan o, alam niyo yung hinihingi. In what time will 875 double itself at the rate of 7% simple interest? So, ano kaya to? Okay, so definitely, this is the principal. Pero ano na pagka na-double niyang sarili niya? Is it the interest or is it what's the other one? The maturity value or the future value. Okay? Number 4, Anita invested 8.5 at the StarTech for 4 years at 6% converted annually. How much is the accumulated amount? So, I guess from the question, you can easily tell me if this is compound interest or if this is simple interest. Okay? Yeah. Take note of the question ang hinihingi, accumulated amount. Hindi lang interest, but I'm looking for the accumulated amount. Okay? And the last question, if a sum of 9,075 accumulates to 22,950, biglang laki ah. When invested at 7% compounded monthly, what is the term of the investment? Ay, so yung puhunan niyang 9,000 naging 22,000. So, Kaya na bahala kung iisipin nyo, is this interest or future value? Okay? And when you ask or when you say term, okay, it refers to time. Right? So those are the questions for our lesson on interest. We'll be checking it this Thursday. Okay, so please be ready. Okay. Also, get ready with your calculators and as much as possible, get ready with your Excel. Excel would be very helpful in our next lesson. Okay? So give yourself a break, mental break, water break, gadget break, and then resume this video if you're ready for the next lesson. Yeah, so we will talk about apportionment and voting, but most likely we'll just go to apportionment. Okay? So I want you to determine apportionment using Hamilton's, Jefferson's, Adams, and Webster's method. Makikilala niyo itong apat na to mamaya. Number two is to identify winners using different voting methods. If the time permits, then we would be able to have voting methods. If not, then I'll just be giving some references. I will not be including in the exam what we did not discuss. Okay? So let's say for example, hindi tayo umabot dito sa voting, hindi siya mapapasama sa exam, but I'll be giving you some references for you to have a guide kung kailanganin ninyo. Ayan. So I'll be giving an example agad-agad. Right? Ayan. So the provincial board allots 100 seats divided among 5 cities depending on their respective population. Data are given in the table below. Ayan. So, ang habol dito is siguro makapagbigay tayo ng 100 seats, 100 possessions. Siguro for alcalde, for konsehal, gano'n. Okay? Ayan. So, we have different cities and their population in thousands. So, there's actually 1,400,000 people in this state. Wow, dami ah. Okay? And iba-iba yung dami per city. Okay? So, ayan. I have what we call standard divisor. Ano sa tingin nyo, or sa tingin nyo, paano natin nakuha tong numbers na to? What do you think is 1,400 and what do you think is 100? If you were able to find out that this is 1,400 at dito nang galing yung 100, then you are correct. But in general terms, how would we say this? The standard divisor is the quotient of the total population divided by the number of allocated items or objects or possessions. Right? So in this case, I have 1,400 for my population divided by 100 seats, which is 14. So yeah, later I'll let you find out para saan to mga. Okay? Right, I have my standard divisor. This is an important formula. Ilan lang naman ang formula natin dito? Okay, ituloy natin. Ayan, nagkaroon tayo ng standard quota. So, ano sa tingin ninyo ang ginawa para makuha tong standard quota? Parang ginamit lang yung same numbers, no? And as you see, they are all divided by 14. So what do you think is the formula for standard quota? Okay, if your answer is the population per city divided by the standard divisor, yung kinompute natin kanina, then you are correct. But in general terms, standard quota is the population of a group divided by the standard divisor. Okay, no, para saan to? Okay, so ito yung mga nakuha nating results for standard quota. So what is this for? Okay, now, when we want to allot, let's say for example, representative, hindi naman pwedeng yung isang maliit na syudad, as in konti lang naman ang tao, dun pa manggagaling lahat ng representatives. At the same time, if you have a large city, kagaya nitong City E, 398,000 ang dami nila. Tapos, isa lang ang representative. Parang hindi naman pwede yon, no? Okay, so, we want to allot, okay, the rightful amount or the right number of people, the right number of representatives for their city size. So, kung mapapansin niyo, kung ang city ay mas maliit, edi mas konti ang kinuhang representative. If you have a bigger city, then you would have bigger number of representatives. And that is apportionment. Okay? Now, if you would be looking for the definition of apportionment, marami-rami siyang definition. It is the process of allocating political power among a set of constituencies based on population. Again, depende sa dami ng tao. Okay? Another thing is it's a method of dividing a whole into various parts. Hindi pwedeng basta natin i-divide na para fair, ay tigda dalawang representative. Kagaya nga ng sabi ko kanina, the bigger the city, the more representatives you need. The smaller the city, the less representatives you need. And we have a lot more examples later on. Okay? Yan. Another definition is it's to give out a certain amount of something to a number of people. Another definition is it's the process by which seats in a legislative body are distributed among administrative divisions. Medyo political na ito, no? Okay, but this is often used in politics talaga. And we have 4 methods. Hamilton, Jefferson, Adams, and Webster's method. Now, some things that you need to know about apportionment would be these 4. We have standard divisor. Nalaman niyo naman ang formula kanina. We have the standard quota. We have the lower quota. Okay. Pagka nakuha niyo ang standard quota, kunyari, you got 23.12. Okay, kunyari ito yung ating nakuhang standard quota. Now, the lower quota of this is to round down to the nearest whole number. Okay? So, ibababa natin siya to the nearest whole number, which is 23. Ang upper quota naman is the standard quota rounded up to the nearest whole number. So, ang ating upper quota dito would become 24. Okay? So, it's just a matter of rounding down and rounding up. No matter what your decimal place is, or no matter what the hundredths and tenths places are. Okay? Alright, sige, let's try it first in Hamilton's method. Ang steps in calculating, ang steps in doing the Hamilton's method is, number 1, calculate for the standard divisor, standard quota, then the lower quota. And then, add the surplus one at a time to the groups with the largest decimal point. Okay? Take note of these. We'll be able to understand it more through our examples. Ayan. So, andito yung cheat sheet natin sa right side. Ito, bigay tayo ng example. So, ULSP is composed of 5 colleges. The enrollment in each college is shown below. Use the Hamilton's method to find each college's apportionment of 180 tablets. Ba mo ka mamimigay ng 180 tablets? Well, sana. Okay? So, first thing that we need to do, ang sabi is we have to look for the standard divisor. Ano ang formula natin for standard divisor? Okay, if you remember, standard divisor is being computed by total number of population divided by the total number of items. Pero, paano natin malalaman ang total population? Okay, we simply just have to add all of these. Okay? So, 280 plus 398 plus 181 plus 516 plus 785. Please use your calculator. And I forgot my usual spiel, but again, pause this video, slow down, speed up. Basta nakakapag-notes kayo during our lesson para mas nasusundan ninyo yung process. Okay, again, we need the total population. Kailangan natin sa standard divisor formula. So the answer here is 2160. Okay, now 2160. Okay, yan. So ito yung formula natin, no? Number of allocated items, so 2160 divided by 180 tablets. Yung paano natin ipaghahati-hati yung 180 tablets dito sa dito sa 5 college na to. Now, again, it won't be fair. Okay? Kunyari, dinivide ko siya sa 5. Okay? Kasi 5 college, so 180 divided by 5 would be 36. Take the 36 tablets. Parang hindi fair kasi sobrang dami dito sa edu, sa seated, no? So, they need more tablets than, kunyari, CCST. 181 lang naman ang students sa CCST. So, they don't need that much. Okay? Okay, next thing that we would be getting would be the standard quota. The formula for standard quota is each group divided by the standard divisor. So, gawin natin dito sa una. So, 280 divided by 12 would be 280 divided by 12 would be 23.33. Okay? Now, let's try it on the other. 398 divided by 12. So, you might need to use your calculators, no? Okay, I'll just share this one. So that you can see my calculator. Okay, ayan. So again, 398 divided by 12 ay 33.17. Okay, next, 181 divided by 12. So, pwede nyo akong pangunahan dito. Pwede nyo akong unahang mag-solve. Actually, you can try doing the rest of the steps if you can. So, 15.08. 516 divided by 12 is 43 factor. 785 divided by 12, 65.42. Okay. Now, if we would be adding them all, I think we would get a result of 108. Okay? Okay, what else? Ay, nagawa na natin yung standard divisor. We got the standard quota. Next is to look for the lower quota. Okay? Remember, in getting the lower quota, we would just need to round it down. Okay? Kahit malaki pa yung kanyang tenths and hundredths place, still round down. Okay? So, this will become 23. This will become 33. Next, this will be 15. 43. Ay, malaking decimal nito ah. But still, round down. 55. Okay, let's check. 23 plus 33 plus 15 plus 43 plus 65. Okay, nagkulang. Kaka-round down natin, nawala itong mga decimal na to. Ngayon, kanino natin ibibigay yung surplus na isa? Okay, kasi dapat 180. Merong isang naliligaw. This is the surplus. And this surplus needs to be added to the group with the largest decimal part. Like, which among these have the largest decimal part? Siyempre, itong 0.42. So, dito mapupunta yung plus 1. Okay, gets ba? Okay? So, nakapag-add na tayo dito ng 1. Now, this will be our apportionment. Ito lang naman yung may binago eh. That's why it still became 180. Okay? Meaning, we'll be giving 23 tablets sa CAS, 33 sa CBHM, 15 sa CCST, 43 sa COE, and 66 sa CTE. Okay? So, that is the Hamilton's method. Yeah, it has a lot of steps, but you can always do this via Excel. Let's go to number 2, Jefferson's method. Okay, so ito yung steps. Same thing, 1 and 2, 3 as well. Now, number 4, the sum of the lower quotas must be equal to the correct number of objects to be apportioned. Else, a modified standard quota is recomputed and the lower quota is assigned until the total number is equal to the standard number of objects. Okay, medyo madugo, ano? So, let's do this already para meron na tayong mapagbasihan. Okay, ayan. So, remember, we have an apportionment of 180 tablets. Ayan, so nagawa naman natin yung steps kanina. Let's use the same example para hindi naman siba. Okay, so ang ginawa muna natin, please try to recall. We need the standard divisor. So, kailangan natin yung total. Okay? And then, itong 2160, standard divisor. So, itong 2160, dinivide natin sa 180 to get standard divisor of 12. And each population in the group will be divided by 12. Okay? In order to get the standard quota. Para pala itong ano. Okay? Next thing that we need to do is to get its lower quota. So, anong ulit ang ginagawa sa lower quota? We are rounding down. Okay? To the nearest whole number. 23, 33, 15, 43, 65. Okay, so what is the sum? 179. I worked on with this. Sabi, the sum of the lower quotas must be equal to the correct number of objects to be apportioned. Equal ba sila? Hindi. Okay, so hindi sila equal. So let's go to step number 5. We need a modified standard quota. Ano to? So, ang ibig sabihin nito, we will change the standard divisor. Okay, so ito naman, hindi naman talaga sa kino-compute, but we'll just think, what if we make it lower? Okay, not too low. So, imbis na 12 ang gamitin natin, let's use 11.8. Okay, so ulit. Let me erase this one. Ayan. So, ang gawin natin, let us divide this by 11.8 in this down na 12. Okay? Alright? So, okay, let's use our calculators. Okay, to be sure, when 280 divided by 11.8, 23.73, 398 divided by 11.8, we have 33.73. Okay, actually, if you would compute the rest, again, pwede nyo akong pangunahan dito, or kung medyo kailangan nyo pa ng time mag-absorb, you can pause this video. 15.34. Okay. Sige, next natin ay 516 divided by 11.8, 43.73. Okay, tama. And then 785 divided by 11.8, 66.53. Okay. Now, let's see. Pagka pinag-add-add natin to, actually, lalabis na siya, no? But for now, let's not mind it. Okay, wala muna to. Let's remember, we need to reach 180 tablets. Since we modified the standard quota, so we need to modify the lower quota. Again, lower quota, round down. So 23, 33, 15, 43, then 66. Kanina kasi 65 ito eh. Ngayon naging 66.53 na. Okay? So, let's check. I-add natin to lahat. So, 23 plus 33 plus 15 plus 3 plus 66. So, our sum is now 180. Since equal na siya dun sa 180 tablets, so okay na to. Ito na yung ating i-apportion. 23 sa CAS, 33 sa CBHM, and so on. Okay? Actually, medyo similar result siya dito sa ating Hamilton's method. Okay? Tingnan natin, meron pa kasing iba. Right? We have Adam's method. Yeah. So, again, standard divisor, standard quota, but this time we would look for upper quota. Now, do you remember kung anong pinagkaiba niya sa lower? Pag lower quota, we round down. Pag upper quota, we round up. Okay? Now, same thing pagka hindi akma, then find a modified divisor. Siguro, taasan nyo naman yung modified divisor. Then, we'll look for the modified upper quota. Kagaya ng ginawa natin kanina. Another one is Webster's method. Similar, okay? We'll be getting the standard divisor, we'll be getting the standard quota, okay? And then, we'll be getting, ayan, sorry, ulitin ko lang itong Webster method, no? I had to change, I had to type graphical error. Again, Webster's method is number 1, standard divisor, 2, standard quota. Number 3 is rounded off quota. Okay? Yung mga nauna, Jefferson, okay? Let me just note it down para makita niyo yung difference. Okay? In using Jefferson's method, we are getting the lower quota. Okay? We round down. Okay? If we will be using Adam's method, we are looking for the upper quota. We round up. Okay? No matter kung gaano kadami again, or gaano kadami, gaano kaunti yung tens and hundreds places natin, we still round up. Okay? Now, dito kay Webster's method, we round off. Okay? When we say round off, di ba, pagka, okay, let me just give some examples. Kunyari, 2.12. If we round it off, this will just be 2. Let's say 2.5. Now, this will be 3. Okay? As long as this is 0.5 and above. And 2.49, still 2. Okay? I think you're familiar naman with the rules in rounding off, diba? 2.51. Okay? Marunong na naman tayo mag-round off, no? Alright. So, again, that's rounded off quota. Na, and kung may problema, again, find a modified divisor, kagaya ng ginawa natin. So, actually, you can lower or increase your modified divisor. Okay? Kina Jefferson, ibababa ninyo ang modified divisor. Kay Adam, itataas nyo ang modified divisor. Dito, it depends. Okay? Number 5, once you have made a modified divisor, na-divide yun na ulit. So, find the modified rounded quota. Again, same process. Ito lang yung naiba. Yung rules lang ng pagra-rounding ang naiba. Okay? So, your activity 4 is to use Adam's method and Webster's method on the previous example. Yung about 180 tablets to be distributed to the different colleges. Okay? And our next activity would be this one. Oopsie. Okay, wait lang. I think this should be activity number uh, 5 pala, no? I think this is activity number 5. Now, this will be activity number 6. Okay? So, activity number 6, yan. So, kayo na din ang gagawa ng table, but I'll be giving you the freedom to choose which method of apportionment you need, okay, or you want to use. So, again, representatives of ARC OTC shall be selected based on the year level distribution. Again, pagka mas maraming first year, so mas maraming ROTC representatives. Okay? Now, use any two methods of apportionment to determine the number of representatives from each year level that will comprise 21 ROTC representatives, given that there are 1,350 first years, 1,185 second years, 845 third years, 770 fourth years, and including 480 irregulars in unit earnings. Okay? So that's it for today's video, and I hope that you learned something. Yes, marami-rami tayong gawain this time. Marami-rami tayong activities at marami-rami tayong isosolve. So please bear with me. Okay? Konti lang ang lessons natin because this is actually the 15th week. Next week ay 16, then 17, then final. So, congratulations on making it up to this point. Now, don't flunk it, and I'll be seeing you all on Thursday. So, you are already aware by the way of the reminders because this coming Thursday, actually Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, is our accreditation week. So, again, I would like to remind everyone to wear their, if you have your uniform, then sige, mag-uniform kayo. If not, please do wear collared shirt, polo shirt. And doon sa may mga ID, as much as possible, please mag-ID. And I think you are already aware of the other things that we have oriented you with. Okay? Again, see you this Thursday. Bye!